So I talked to my mom and I told her we had the great Taco Bell versus Mexican restaurant conversation. And I said we could imagine that this is a restaurant. So we might have trouble with the restaurant versus lemon lime drink. We might have trouble with the neighbors versus horchata. We might have trouble with the rice and beans versus the management. And instead, we have to find a way to be free and not be in fear, because there's people outside the window who think they're the managers who think that they're God. And it's like when it's a combination, it could be like an organized stalking, very bad. People want to be feared because a lot of people have died on YouTube. So it's like, why can we separate from YouTube to something that happened in 2010 versus Skokie security 10 day for the past 5 years, and whatever security where we could be safe because it's the region of Skokie, the area of city on the north versus the north of the north city could be separated into a different state for the north through a different boundary in this realm of place. That's something that a manager might try to identity theft from me, because it's like family will stick together, but people don't mind making rides. But it's at the same time when people get happy, people know it. He really doesn't want to see me unless he levels up and has something that he wants to show me. Then he'll be like, oh, I don't want to show Uncle Reese my shoe. I don't want to show, because he already moved on. Because I didn't buy him another shoe for his birthday. So when his birthday came, he was like, why did Uncle Reese not buy me a shoe? So he'll be thinking about it because he'll think I forgot. But the whole time, if you can't buy Noah a car, don't buy him a shoe, because he'll say, hey, like, okay, a poor man could be richer than a rich man depending on his behavior, you see. But if people have responsibilities, and not just in the family, then it will be in the church. But you have to show that those responsibilities don't relate to someone eating Mexican booty or someone doing something at a certain time that they say, oh, you have to be responsible because someone was smoking weed and saying, oh, now I get to have to redeem myself in the church. But they still want to date girls to me, and someone might try to invite someone over, but this is our day, you see. So eventually if Marvel come over, you don't want him spreading around when his wife is not present, his girlfriend, but they want to blame me and blame me when it has nothing to do with me, nada to do with me, nada your boo-boo who don't even love you saying, oh, we don't even exist. Nada, you will not harm nobody with your boo-boo eating butt ass. You will not eat nobody. Nobody wants to know your Bigfoot. Get out of my house. Stop stalking me before I upload this to YouTube. So eventually, people will try to shut down YouTube. They'll try to reveal a conspiracy related to my life when people could be walking. But it's like, you do want to point out that I might exercise like I used to before people started organized stalking me, because they wanted so bad to prove that they could be Jesus or get the best of me. But instead I stomped the devil and the identity theft scam shiesty spirit out their mouth so bad they try to say, my son is a white crybaby. You damn right he is. You will never be Superman like me. You will never be G.I. Joe, real nigga gangster like me. So people will get offended and say that their children are not a crybaby, and then try to make people fear them. And I'm like, man, what are you doing sitting so comfy and lazy in that car? Like, why don't I come up with a bat and bash your car up? So it's like, people will say, what is he talking about? I'm not a gangster. I don't know what you're talking about. So it's like, I get to the point where I say, man, I'm getting tired of you in secret. I might just smack the Satan out if you want to upload this to YouTube. So at what point did someone say that YouTube was not cracking when it was really cracking? Because people had to speak up from their soul.